Hello, I'm Jay, owner of Volunteer Audio in Oliver Springs, Tennessee. In front of me, I have a beautiful brand new 2022 Road Glide. And we're going to be doing a huge audio upgrade and installing some cut kits for 6x9s in the back. So I thought I'd make a video comparing some different cut kits and let you know what you get when you buy one brand instead of another. So hang out as I go over the details. All right, so quite often I get calls from people and they're asking what cut kit we use in our stage kits at Volunteer Audio. They want to know why we use the certain ones because there's so many out there now. Rockford Fosgate was one of the first companies to have a cut-in kit, and then we saw Aquatic AV and Boss Audio and so many other companies came out with cut kits, and most of the time they required you to buy their speakers. Now, one of the first companies that came out with a cut kit that didn't require the purchase of their speaker was Precision Power. But before that, we were still doing installs, and we used almost every one of those other brands. And we'd toss the speakers in the trash or try to sell them somewhere as a discount just to get the cut kit so we could do our install. So we always do things the best way we know how until we come up with a better way. So I wanted to take a second and go over the differences between two of the really popular cut kits that we see people are using, because these are both available now without having to purchase speakers. So before Precision Power came out with their cut kit, we used the cut kits from Aquatic AV. We purchased those because they were less expensive, and even if we didn't end up selling the speakers, it wasn't as big a loss as, say, buying the Rockford kit, and they were the same cut kit. So I wanted to show you this. This is a popular one. It's from 702 Motoring. They sell cut kits now by themselves, and what we found is they're just using the Aquatic AV one. It's the same one we were using a year and a half ago before the Precision Power ones came about. There were some downsides to this one that we were happy to replace with the Precision Power, such as it's got a little gasket on it. It's only an 1/8 inch thick, and we're really concerned when we're doing a beautiful new bike as having strength here, because we just cut your lid out, but as well as a really good seal to keep water from getting in our bags. It's important that this seals well on the outside, as well as the underside part, these sandwiched together, that the seal on it is good too. And the Aquatic AV one just uses a little 1/8 inch seal. There's very little surface area making contact with your lid. There's not a lot of strength to that, and the outer this outer ledge isn't really wide either. It's maybe 1/4 inch in total with an 1/8 inch gasket underneath. So this doesn't give us a lot of strength if we're using a large speaker, and it doesn't give us a big barrier. There's not a lot of surface contact area to keep water out. So we were really happy when the Precision Power one came out, because look at this. We've got quite a bit larger outer rim. I think it still looks good when it's installed on your bag. It's not like it's too big, but this is every bit of a 1/2 inch. We still have about a 1/2 inch gasket underneath it now, so instead of an 1/8 inch, we've got 4 times the surface area that's making contact to the lid to give us more strength. And we also have a 1/4 inch gasket instead of 1/8 inch gasket on the underside. When these are together, we have a lot more surface contact. We have a lot more ability to hold these bigger, heavier speakers. You see a lot of guys are running the Hertz speakers, the Diamond speakers, even into maybe the DB Drive, the Euphorias. These are heavier, larger drivers, and a lot of times these weren't originally designed for that. Like this one was designed for the Aquatic AV speaker, which is pretty lightweight. And we were happy because we use these kits with all the different speakers. So Precision Power makes a great speaker that mounts up to it and seals up extremely watertight. And if you want to see a video on how watertight, you need to watch the video from Q at Riding and Wrenching. Just click this little icon above me, and you can watch his video and see just how watertight this is on your bike, because that's a big concern. We don't want water in our bags. But back to, we also do Hertz speakers, and we do many other brands that are larger, heavier drivers that we want to make sure this is really strong and it holds up and it doesn't crack and it doesn't end up breaking. So we get this question all the time, why do you use one over the other? Because we originally used the other one. We used it as long as it was the best option, and when a better option comes about at Volunteer Audio, we're always going to swap to that option. So that's the difference between somebody that is a professional. You're always going to do it the best you know how, and you're going to continue to get better and better at it if you're willing to change and go to better ones. So both kits, whether it be Aquatic AV, 702 Motoring, Rockford, the Boss Audio kit, they're all designed like this one. They have that little 1/8 inch gasket. They all come with a cut kit, whether you buy the one from Aquatic or you buy the one from Precision Power. I have noticed the Precision Power cut kit's a little larger, so you have more protection when you're cutting. Keep in mind also with this wider flange, you have more ability to have an error when you're cutting without actually messing up the job. When you have a 1/2 inch area here that's overlapping, you can be off an 1/8 inch in your cut, and this is still going to seal, and it's not an issue. When you have a 1/4 inch area and you're off an 1/8 inch in your cut, you may have an air gap on one of these sides when you try to mount it together. So we want to make sure you have the best experience as a customer of Volunteer Audio, or even if you buy these somewhere else, you're going to have a much better experience with one that fits better, has more surface contact area, less likelihood to get water in your bag, and a whole lot stronger. And a lot of people ask me, why do we use cut kits? So now we've talked about why we use the one we do, but why do we use it over whole lids? Because many companies, and we like some of these companies, we're dealers for Advan Black, and I think they make great lids and painted parts. Hogworks, Kicker, so many other places make full lids that already fit the speaker in them. When we do a cut kit, what we like about it is we're mounting the speaker higher in the lid. At the same time, we're angling that speaker roughly 15 degrees toward you as a rider, where when we do the replacement lids, almost always that speaker hangs lower, it's firing straight up, and we find that the replacement lids leak water like crazy. Just about any replacement lid we do, it's really difficult to seal them up because they're not designed with gaskets to keep water from leaking into your bag. Now, one thing I will point out between the Aquatic kit, the 702 kit, and the Precision Power kit is Precision Power includes another gasket where your speaker goes on, and we see that that's not even on here at all on the 702 motoring kit. So definitely important that you have a gasket between your speaker and your cut kit, as well as the bottom and top half of your cut kit itself. So I hope this was informative. I hope it helped you. We got many videos showing you how to install them, and we're going to be using one of these kits tonight on this Road Glide we're building, and it's going to turn out wonderful. Definitely cut kits are the way to go, so definitely over new lids, this is what we suggest for many, many reasons, and you always want to use the best one you can, because hopefully you have your bike for years and years to come, and we don't want you to have to replace it or change to a different one later because it failed. Thank you so much for watching. As always, please like this video, subscribe to our channel. If you have questions or comments, put them below. We'll be quick to respond. You can reach us at 1-844-30-AUDIO. You can email us at sales@volaudio.com, or click this link up here to purchase your cut kits straight from volunteeraudio.com. So as always, thank you and God bless.